All right, let's kick it off. Let's check out K-Shine. So everybody's been waiting to hear K-Shine speak out. When he had his return battle announced, because everybody is, where's K-Shine? Where's K-Shine? One of the best to ever do it, one of the biggest battle rappers in the world, a legend. And when he was announced that he was coming back, it was big news, rightfully so. It was announced with Shadi Horror. We started hearing about a different type of platform that it was going to be involved with. The date got pushed back a couple times. There wasn't too many updates that people were hearing. Bloggers, fans were getting frustrated. But it looks like, what's this one? Is this Hip Hop Is Real? Shout out to Hip Hop Is Real. I believe this is Hip Hop Is Real. Yeah, this is Hip Hop Is Real. Hip Hop Is Real caught up with K-Shine, asked him a couple questions. I'm going to skip when they asked him the URL question, because that one looked like the interviewer wasn't fully up. Either his tone was so perfectly placed, like, let me see if I could bait Shine into a controversial take, or he possibly just so out the loop, like, that's not a question for Shine. Like, is this happening on? No, like, but Shine handled it very well, very politically correct in his response. Didn't need to be all dramatic or ignite any that type of shit vibes. Keep it positive. So he handled the question very well. But let's focus in now on his return, the situation at hand, and then I'll tell you how I feel about things.
From the battle rap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You were supposed to do something with Shadi. And that kind of folded up a little something.
Nah, it didn't fold up. It's still.
Sorry.
Queen.
Sorry.
No worries. Nah, it didn't fold up. What happened was the people that we were gonna do the business with to actually do it just wasn't a good deal. The guy was not a. It wasn't a good deal for none of us, and I wasn't about to drag anybody into a situation that could potentially hurt niggas career wise or paper wise after just going through what I've been through. So I seen that shit in the long run. So I was just like, nah, even though I was thirsty to do the battle, but I wasn't that thirsty. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. So, but now we got shit right. You feel me? And now shit is active, and now shit busting. So y'all niggas stay tuned, man. That's it, man. That's all I want to say, because I want y'all to see the flight. I want y'all to see the rollout. You feel me? I know. Tired of hearing me saying shit. They already killing me about these in the comments. You said that, like, you feel me? So I'm really just trying to fall back till I can get the people what they want, man. And that's the save of this shit, man. That's a fact. Save this shit.
This is somebody you want, like somebody you excited for, because that's you know what I mean.
I'm excited to battle. Period, man. It could be anybody. You know what I mean. I'm excited to show what the game's been missing. So it's really not about an opponent for me right now.
What'd he say?
You know what I mean? It's really.
What'd he say? Okay.
What the game need right now.
Nah, the way you put on in that cipher, we already know you itching.
That's light.
That's stupid.
That's like I ain't even emptied it. You feel me? I seen it down. So I walk off.
I walked up on it.
For me, nah. That's right. I don't really want to. I wanted to not give sincere, a poor performance, because I didn't want to overperform to spoil you the surprise. You feel me? I don't want them to see the energy that's about to come, bro.
I got a couple things to touch on. I'm gonna go to. All right, let me do it in order from what he was saying. The first one of the business in the long run wasn't situated correctly, and he didn't want to screw that up. So shout out to Shine for giving us, me included, everybody, an update on what you got going on. The reason why you're getting your ass kicked in these comments and the bloggers is on your heels and people's trying to drag Shine in certain respects is because his return is a big deal. That's the other side. That's the silver lining, okay? ARP, are you about to just go ahead and stick up for Shine and do all this, blah, 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 blah? No. I know all the negative side of what the whole battle rap culture has been on K-Shine's heels about, right? But I'm also going to the silver lining because I got a theme that I want to build up in this topic. The silver lining is people give a shit, Shine, okay? So now if I could say that and be 1,000 with Shine like I always am with everybody, you can't, you can. You shouldn't. You shouldn't even get to an announcement until business is right. Especially what you say that from your own admission, what you just went through, right? So if you went through something that you felt from your perspective was fucked up or foul or wrong, then you should be the first person crossing your T's and dotting your I's for the next situation because you would have learned. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect for the Locks to ever end up in a record deal that they had like when they was doing the Locks from Bad Boy campaign, right? Because you've been through something. So now that heightens you, that changes you, that teaches you. Like, all right, like I got to move a way that works for me. I got to have certain things in my contract that work for me. I got to have certain understandings and business agreements that work for me. Okay, Sean? So I want Sean to continue to up his league owner business side. Even legal wise. Like Sean is somebody that has expressed when he was doing his lives, when he was on MEO. He did several platforms. He's somebody that I always felt, I don't know if he did or not, but should have been consulting with a lawyer. Now I know Sean a street nigga. Sean the type of nigga that feel like, you know, if I ask a lawyer about my contract, that might be snitching. Like, it's not Sean. And shout out to Sean. Like Sean street nigga. So maybe that's how he feel. I don't know. But I think the Shines of the world, when they feel like they in certain situations that they need to figure out, you know, what's my options or my best paths. Sometimes you just need to speak with a lawyer. I always give respect and credit to Easy the Block Captain for doing that. Whether he was right, wrong, in the middle, both, all of the above, he called himself a lawyer and sought some legal counsel. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with doing that, seeking legal counsel, because we all call the shit business. So I want Sean to really, really continue to grow in that lane because he's so important to battle rap. You know? So don't involve yourself in any announcements. Don't engage the public. Don't tell the public something's going down. Don't promote something. Don't sell something until it's what it needs to be. You know, I would never I used to never put out a flyer, put out a sale, announce a card until I had 3 things lined up, right? The first 3 things that I've always lined up before I did any public moves was my pay-per-view, which is also tied to the date of the event, right? If I got on the phone with Rap Grid and I said, yo, I want to do June 20th, right? And they don't have 3 or 4 people staffed to work my event. I got to go back and forth with them to figure out what dates is going to work for both of us. Okay. The second thing, along my pay-per-view being set up and dated and established and locked in and signed and sealed, is the location, my venue. I've been there before. Shout out to Ant too, from the RBE side. That's one. Ant is the one that landed Believe Music Hall. He was foot to pavement and he was running around the city. And sometimes I was meeting him up. We was on a road at night. He was, yo, meet me at this address. Let's check this spot out. Yo, meet me at this address. Let's check this venue out. And he landed Believe Music Hall. And when I got there and I saw it for the first time, I said, nigga, you's a genius. You know what I'm saying? The venue, where we're going to be. Because there might be 1,000 battle rappers to create this card with. But I need my location and I need the date locked in. And that needs to be the same date as my pay-per-view. Right? So I got my pay-per-view and I got my location, my venue locked in. The third thing, before I did anything public, flyer, promotion, sales, anything, was my main event. Those 3 things. When I had those 3 things done, I would come outside. Sometimes I would have the whole card done before I came outside. Sometimes I would have only 2 or 3 battles booked before I came outside. Hitman and Ill Will was announced before Calico and Goods was locked in. I was still negotiating with both of those guys as we were already starting to promote Max Out 3. You know what I'm saying? When I did an epic example for me is when I did the Rare Breeds card in 2018, the Return of Mook taking on Averb. There were so many battlers that wanted to be a part of Murder Mook's return. So many discounts that I caught. Some of the biggest battlers ever were hitting me up saying, yo, just give me 1,000, give me $2,000. I want to be on it. Remember me and Mav got into it behind him trashing King Los. King Los shouldn't be there. This should be the Murder Mook's return. This should be the family affair right now. Why is King Los there? He don't belong there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to be on that card. You know, so I had my venue, my date, my pay-per-view, and my main event locked in. And then even the attraction from other battlers begins. You know what I'm saying? So there's ways to go about it, but there's a core pieces that must, and that's all tied to your business as well, right? That need to be situated before you get in front of these fans. So you've been through it. That's a mistake that you should never make again, Sean. Never, ever, 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 ever. Okay. What was another big takeaway that he mentioned? He didn't mention Shotty. I caught that just now. They was asking him like, who, what opponent? And I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm a huge fan of Shotty Horror. I want to see Shotty Horror in a full circle. When I heard the Shine and Shotty Horror announcement, I think I was one of few people that was hype. A lot of people like wasn't really with that announcement. Me, I was with it. Go watch the Social Distance with Shotty Horror and go watch Shotty Horror versus Daylight, or go watch Shotty Horror versus Charlie Clips, or go watch Shotty Horror versus Arsenal, one of the biggest battles in battle rap history. Like Shotty Horror is one of them niggas. Like, like maybe because he's not over here in the States, you know, but I was cool with that return battle for Shine. I looked at a return for Shotty as well. I was totally cool with it. But Shine had the opportunity to see the response here in the States, which is where the battle looks like it's going to take place, right? So now that he has the opportunity to see the response, why make that mistake again? The fans probably just want to see Shotty Horror versus somebody else and K-Shine versus somebody else, right? So don't do it again, right? You saw it. Like, it's the max money for that matchup. The anticipation isn't there, right? And then on top of that, with the time has passed, the battle has come down, even for the people that had peak interest at the time. So that would be smart. His answer there was clearly, I mean, I'm down for it. You know, we'll see. He didn't say Shotty, almost as if it was open. And then you heard when I said, okay, that was a bar. I said, I threw K in there. Okay. I'll get to that in a second. So I think that's smart. Now, let me go back and before I get into okay, Big K and K-Shine, before I go there, let me tell you about, you know, a small story of the last time I was trying to get K-Shine, well, 2 times back. The last 2 times back when I discussed a possible matchup with K-Shine. Now, mind you, the work that me and K-Shine did, business-wise, everything was on the up and up. He promoted very well. He showed up. He did a great face-off with Jay Mills. He did a trailer that was crazy. Go look at that shit on the channel. Like, shout out to he's walking around the hood, popped out and did some like cinematic movie type of shit for us. And the communication, the press conference, he popped out at the press conference. Me and him argued at the press conference off camera about some other shit. I think something that we dropped in I think I dropped a clip of something when Jay Mills was like, he said something disrespectful to Shine, right? And we promoted on it. And Shine, I think he was just like, yo, I got people calling me like, yo, you let that nigga talk to you like that? And he was mad at me for that. I was just like, it's battle rap, and that's the promotional piece, Shine. And we had to step to the side and talk about that. I was like, yo, nigga, calm the fuck down. It's promotion. Well, you know, Shot. You know, say so shout out to Shot. But everything that we've always done business-wise has been on the up and up. He's always handled himself great. You know what I mean? And I always respected that about him. But there was one time we was on the phone, and the Daylight conversation did come up, right? And I was asking him what was going on with him. And he told me all his updates. This is way before any of the drama. It is way before it. way before it. And I was just like, this is because Daylight was trolling Shine so much online, you know, and me from the outside looking in, I was like, yo, what's up? What's going on with all that? Like, and the stuff that he told me was just like, I don't know what's going on. Is this going on and that and this redirection and that's pivoting and that's we had a good conversation, man. And I was like, man, if you got all this, you don't know what's up and you're not working right now, whatever, you don't got nothing going on, you know, I'd like to do you and Big K. Right. And it became a good conversation. And he was interested to a degree during that time. This was a while ago. And I know later on, you know, him and Hollow happened. And that started from my conversation with him, you know, because my conversation turned into other conversations outside of me. And other people came to the table, you know, pretty much motivated from the conversation that was brought to them that I started. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if I don't got it under contract, I ain't pay for it. It ain't mine. It is what it is. Y'all ended up getting Hollow and Shine, you know? And we haven't had too much business conversation since those things, you know, me and Shine. Not too much. We did have was it a full circle conversation? We did have a conversation like within like the last 2 years, but you know, it didn't really get too far. But you know, we stayed tapped in. Anytime me and Shine get on the phone, we talk about a bunch of other shit too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Shine. I say all that to say, I would love to be able to work with Sean again. I think it would be dope. I'm not trying to fuck up your return, Sean. And I'm not trying to capitalize on all the ups and downs that you've been having with this shoddy horror battle and that network that you was gonna rock with for a second. I'm not here to capitalize on none of that. If you and I never work again, I'll still treat you the same. I'll still treat you with the utmost respect from everything that we've already done together. And we broke bread and we've always been, you know what I'm saying, stand up to each other. So I'm not here to capitalize on it. I just see like, yo, if I could be involved in something that would be dope for you, dope for me, and dope for the fans, why not? Okay. The thing about K-Shine's return, it almost feels like if it's too focused on at this point with everything that's happened over like the last year and a half, like Sean could even be hurt for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the return to like, let's say a stage or a big event or a crowd, why can't that just be the return? Now, this is just my idea. I could be wrong. I could be, Sean could be like, fuck out of here. And fans could be like, I don't fuck with that neither. Right? Why can't that be the return? The next time we see you in front of a crowd, small room, big stage, whatever, and in that type of typical arena of seeing K-Shine. But even if it happens before that, how about a full circle? I would open up the circle for K-Shine right now. Right now. There's some battles right now. If they called me or if they text me and said, yo, I feel like doing this full circle. I ain't even on shit right now. I swear to God, I'm podcasting. I ain't on shit. One of my favorite battle rappers of all time texted me 2 days ago. O-Red. 2-3 days ago. O-Red. And he's like, what you got going on? You know what I'm saying? I was just like, yo, I need you whenever that time comes. You know what I'm saying? And things like that motivate me. People like O-Red motivate me. I was like, oh, O-Red just, he said that he wanted to give me a classic. Damn, that's one of my favorite battle rappers. Fuck. Should I open a circle up? You know what I'm saying? For a Geechee debut, for a Daylight return, for a Jazz debut, for a K-Shine return, for a Easy return, you know, I'm definitely gonna switch my energy. I'm gonna stop what I'm doing right here for a quick second, and I'm like, all right, yo, Avo, it's time to put the circle together. So I know that people would look at this like that's still a return battle. It's still the first time we've seen Sean in years battle rap. I just want to present an option for the man. That's all I want to do. He doesn't have to. It doesn't have to happen. He's gonna be good, and everybody be good. And like I said, I'll still treat him the same. Like, all right, Sean. Like when things don't work, it's cool. We accept yeses, we accept nos, like men. But a little 2-minute per round exhibition between K-Shine versus Big K in a full circle don't sound too bad. All we gotta do is negotiate full circle type of numbers. We could do it today. Agree on the numbers. I'll send you the contract. You know I'm easy to work with. I'll send you the contract. I'll hit Avocado up. And then it's time to put the circle together and we could shoot it and we could release it here on the channel. I really like it to be that simple. I'm just saying. We get a little bag together real quick. We could do something for the fans real quick. And it's a dope matchup that you and I discussed like 6, 7, 8 years ago. Or we've been discussing it already. And you want to know what, Sean? I'm so real about my motivations behind it, right? That it doesn't even have to be now. I'll do it now. Look, call my bluff. Call my bluff, nigga. You know I'm one of the realists in this shit. Call my bluff. I'll do it now, but I don't have to. So even if Sean has a plan that none of us know about, like, nah, I want my first time back in front of fans to be this, cool. Hit me up after that. It's all good. Let's do it after that. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all want to see Sean back on the RBE channel? I do. I wouldn't mind that at all. And the first call that I would make to negotiate a K-Shine back on RBE matchup would be Big K. That's the first person I'll call. And if for whatever reason it didn't work out, Shine didn't want to do it, Big K didn't want to do it, numbers wasn't lining up on both sides, I would be down to do it. Figure out a different matchup. You know, I'm just down to get K-Shine back on RBE. I'll open up the full circle for that. Absolutely. Even shout out to Easy. Me and Easy had a very productive phone call. We were negotiating and everything. This is right before the Swamp and Easy battle was announced, you know, and then the conversation just went flat. But we were talking about a full circle. You know, y'all want to see Easy in a full circle? No, I don't know. I was just on the phone with Geechee a couple weeks ago. We're talking about full circle. Me and Geechee kind of owe each other his debut. I'm gonna lead a Geechee in math, half of history alone. Shout out to my nigga Geechee, man. Y'all could all call my bluff on these conversations, be like, y'all know me by now. Like, I'm not the fraud in league owner. It's too easy to do full circles. That's one thing I love about full circle. I'm good on the events. I'm retired. I'm out of the way. Any leagues that's worried about little ARP, I'm out the way. I'm cool. I love the way my retirement hit. 10-year anniversary, max out 3. I'm leaving it alone, right? But full circles is something that I can continue to do and continue to fulfill, not just our fan bases and my fan base, or continue to add on to the RBE legacy, but me just as a hip hop fan. Like I said, when I get a text message from one of my favorite battle rappers, Old Red, said, yo, what you got going on? That makes me say, oh shit. I get to hear possibly 3 new RBE motivated Old Red rounds. I'm here for that. You know what I'm saying? So the full circle, you know, it's that thing, or even the what nows, right? Even those as well. The battles that are focused on location and look. You know, I want to continue to work with Avocado over the next however many years and allow that man to be unleashed where the restrictions that we had in events and these venues, I now get to say, unleash your creative side, ruin your day. Everybody has their jobs in their lanes. And from a production and direction standpoint, I want to get out of Ruin Your Day's way and say, I'm not making this shit up. You want to do some shit in the snow. You want to do some shit with fire barrel pits behind you and all that. Here you go. Cause I don't have to worry about how do we do this in a venue? How do we set this up? How do I sell tickets to this? It's on a street corner. Now that I don't got to deal with none of that no more, and I just need to set up a private location, a private date, and have the battlers show up, invite a couple fans there for free, let the members come for free like I've been doing with Full Circle. It's easy. Y'all want to hear the truth? I haven't attended a single Full Circle. I've never seen a Full Circle in front of me. And it's my shit. I've never been to one. Charlie Clips and QB, Jag and Arsenal on the roof. Who else? Shit. The Return of Active and what other full circles did we do that was crazy? Averb and Mickey Fax, Averb and Ill Will, Arsenal versus Rosenberg Raw. I haven't been to any Big K in a full circle versus Coach Coleon. I haven't been to a full circle yet. You know what I saw when I got shipped my footage? The fans that I invited to the full circles for free and said, y'all, I just want to give y'all some free tickets. Y'all saw the battles before the motherfucker that paid for it. It's real shit. So y'all know I ain't on nothing. Like, this guy is very, very true to his word. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody gets to have some fun, make some money, make some content. You know, what else are we here for?